Everybody, welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles to keep you up to date on what is going on. And what is going on? Did Bitcoin really touch $24,000? And if I hold money in my Trust wallet, is it safe? I heard there's a hack going on, so don't worry, I got you covered in the news today. And as you can tell, I'm not in Florida. I made it safe here in California, back to where it all started. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. I started doing my cryptocurrency news show here. This little room, I even did it outside, but yeah, still going strong 4 years on. But yeah, let's go over the news. Like, what is going on with Bitcoin? Like, are we at 24,000? Well, no. Bitcoin's price currently is at $87,400. But on Binance, we did have a flash crash all the way down there. So that's what we're going to cover first, where CZ is responding after Bitcoin briefly crashes to $24,000 on Binance. So let's see what happened. So Changpeng Zhao, or otherwise known as CZ, pushed back after a screenshot showing Bitcoin at roughly $24,111 on Binance, and it went viral on X, arguing that the move was a microstructure glitch on a thin, newly listed BTC/USD1 pair, rather than a broader market crash, and that the exchange itself is not involved in any trades. Now, did Bitcoin really crash to 24,000? Well, the sharp wick appeared isolated to just BTC/USD1. So there's many different pairs out there for BTC, because you got BTC USDT, BTC/USDC, BTC slash I don't know, well, the other ones, like any like stablecoin really linked to it. So this is a new pairing happening, and looks like, I guess, with the launched, this was, oh, is this a USD1 by Trump's coin? So yeah, a stablecoin launched by Trump family, backed by World Liberty Finance. And then within seconds, the pair snapped back towards prevailing to Bitcoin's price above 87,000, according to the exchange data cited by traders sharing screenshots. So, okay, so this was Trump's World Liberty Financial stablecoin that hit Binance. But yeah, just when it was launched, it was at $24,000, but then snapped right back on up to 87. Now, CZ's explanation was straightforward. On an illiquid order book, a single aggressive order can print an extreme price before arbitrage closes the gap. Now, this actually shows the exchange is not involved in any trades. Low liquidity on new pairs just means one large market order can spike prices, but arbitrageurs quickly corrected it. Yeah, arbitrageurs? I always know as arbitrage trading, but yeah, so those guys quickly corrected it. Now, no liquidations occurred as the pair isn't included in any other index. Now, the Binance founder shared a breakdown from head of business development of Solve Protocol, Catherine Chan, who said that the move was a liquidity event and not a Bitcoin collapse. Now, she tied the dislocation to a Binance and USD1 promotion, offering a 20% fixed APY deposit deal that she claimed pushed users to swap USDT into USD1 and briefly drove USD1 to a premium price. Now, many users swapped USDT to USD1, pushing USD1 to a 0.39% premium. Huge. Baxter, hey, mill ladies here, so they're barking. But this is a huge for a stablecoin smart money borrower on USD1 on @list.dao against Solve BTC or Solve BTC/BTCB. Now, smart lending markets give a 0.5% APY, and they either deposited USD1 directly or they sold it slowly on the spot to meet demand. Then someone thought, why not just sell via BTC/USD1? Question mark. Now, they used a market order. Problem was the BTC1/USD1 has very thin liquidity, and that market order wiped out most buy orders, briefly causing a very low price. And that's how Catherine explained it. So I know we had dogs barking. I was trying to read through that, but yeah, that's how Catherine Chan explains like what actually did happen. Now, arbitrage bots instantly bought it back, she wrote. So no fundamentals changed, no mass liquidations. And then the episode also picked up a familiar edge of crypto paranoia. One user, Bera, at Doom's Dart, framed its coordinated signal, and CZ and Trump family are telling us what they are going to do to our coins. Now get ready. CZ's reply, by contrast, is just the opposite. That the speed of arbitrage and the absence of cascading liquidations is evidence that the venue wasn't printing a market-wide price at all. Now, for traders, the takeaway is less dramatic for them than a screenshot implied, but still relevant. Now, new quota assets pairs can be structurally fragile, and promotions that rapidly concentrate the flow into a single stablecoin can leave unusually thin order books in the wake. Now, in that kind of market, a single market order can create a headline before it creates a trend. Now, at the current time, Bitcoin was traded at $89,000 when this article was written, but yeah, that's really just that's what happened there. I'm so used to having my little switchboard down here. But yeah, so that's basically what happened with Bitcoin going to $24,000. It was just with BTC/USD1, Trump family's Liberty Finance stablecoin. It got listed on Binance. I think they said there was a promotion, and then just all his order books. So yeah, it wasn't every single Bitcoin out there. It was just that one pair. So don't go thinking like your Bitcoin flash crashed instantly. It didn't. It was just that pair on Binance. So that's the covered that news articles for those of you who are wondering what happened to Bitcoin. Was it 24,000? What caused it? It was just that pairing. Now let's talk about the Trust Wallet hack. What happened there? What I'm hearing so far is it's really just the Google Chrome browser extension that was the hack prompt. So if you had Trust Wallet on your phone app or your laptop, it's just really the Chrome browser. So you're safe if it was just in your wallet and everything. But let's go through this article to learn a little bit more about what exactly took place. So let me go back to my share screen. Trust Wallet hack. Here we go. What crypto users should do now. So here's going to be all the details of what just happened. So Trust Wallet says a security incident hit only one slice of its product stack, and that is the Chrome browser extension on version 2.68. So if you are a mobile-only user, the company says you're not affected, so you're fine. Woo! But if you are on any other extension version, the company says you're not affected either. So, okay, so if you're on Brave browser, you're good. If you're on Safari, you're good. But it's really only the Chrome browser or your internet extension. So let's see. Now, the company says you're not affected, but the problem per Trust Wallet's own wording is a tightly scoped, even if the fallout doesn't feel that way when you're staring into an empty address. Wait, what? How did this article really go? The company says you're not affected either. Now, the problem per Trust Wallet's own wording is tightly scooped. Even the fallout doesn't feel the way when you're staring at an emptied address. What's he trying to say there when you see your wallet's just been drained out of everything? But the first public flare went up on December 25th via an on-chain investigation with ZachXBT, who posted a Telegram warning that a number of Trust Wallet users have reported the funds were drained from wallet addresses within the past couple of hours. Now, he stressed that the exact root cause has not been determined and then pointed out an uncomfortable coincidence. The Trust Wallet's Chrome extension pushed a new update yesterday. In the same message, he asked victims to DM him on X so he could update the list of theft addresses below as I verify more. And then he began publishing alleged theft destinations across multiple chains. His list included multiple EVM addresses as well as Solana addresses. Here is a tweet from DGen News. So ZachXBT says a number of Trust Wallet users have just been reported that funds were drained from the wallet addresses within the past couple of hours. Now, Trust Wallet has confirmed the hack. The wallet firm later confirmed the incident on X. We have identified the security incident affecting Trust Wallet browser extension version 2.68 only, and users with browser extension 2.68 should disable and upgrade to 2.69, the company wrote, linking users to the official Chrome Web Store listing. Now, it added that please note mobile-only users and all other browser extension versions are not impacted at all. So the post closed with the kind of line every security teams end up typing sooner or later. Now, we understand how concerning this is, and our team is actively working on the issue. Now, we'll keep sharing updates as soon as possible. Then the guidance got more urgent and more specific. Now, Trust Wallet warned users who hadn't updated 2.69, please do not open the browser extension until you have updated that wallet. Now, this may help to ensure the security of your wallet and prevent further issues. Now, here's Trust Wallet's tweet about their identifying the security incident. So yeah, it happened on version 2.68 on the Chrome browser only. If you have your wallet on there right now, they're telling you to upgrade your wallet before you even open up the extension. Now, in a follow-up, it spelled out a step-by-step that boils down to don't open the extension, go to Chrome's extension page for Trust Wallet, toggle it off, and if it's still on, enable the developer mode, hit update, and confirm on your version 2.69 before doing anything else. It's not glamorous, but it's actionable, which is what matters when you're in an incident mode. Now, can you really do that up there? Like, here's Unisat wallet, is there an option to do anything? Let's see, open sign, manage extensions. Okay, yeah, so just right click on the Trust wallet, disable it, and then do the update. Now, as the claims and counterclaims swirled, cybersecurity firm PeckShield put an early dollar figure on the damage, and the Trust Wallet exploit has drained $6 million worth of crypto from victims, or at least over $6 million. Now, PeckShield wrote, adding that while about 2.8 million of the stolen funds remain in the hacker's wallet, the Bitcoin / EVM / Solana, the bulk of the 4 million cryptos has been sent to a centralized exchange with a breakdown of 3.3 million to change now, and then 340,000 to fixed float, and then 447,000 to KuCoin. So they transfer it to many different wallets to start swapping it, maybe try to hide it. They're probably going to move it into a privacy coin, but that's what usually happens when crypto tokens get drained or hacked. They immediately go into like some either tornado mixer to try to hide the transaction. But one more pressure point surfaced quickly: compensation. Zach XBT said, "I currently have many concerned victims contacting me via DM, direct messaging, so your team can clarify if you will be offering any compensation for the Trust Wallet browser extension users." Now, Trust Wallet did not answer that directly in public. Instead, it just replied that its customer support team was already in touch with impacted users regarding next steps and directed people to reach out via its support channel. So what should users do now in plain terms? If you're on the extension 2.68, Trust instructions is just to stop using it as is, disable it, and upgrade it to 2.69 before you open it again. If you think you were affected, the company is routing users to support, while independent investigator Zach XBT is asking for reports to help map the theft flows. Now, we have had an update since the article was first published, and Binance founder Changpeng Zhao has confirmed via X that users will be compensated for the hack. So far, $7 million affected by this hack. Trust Wallet will cover it, and user funds are safeu. Safeu. But appreciate your understanding for any inconvenience. The team is still investigating how hackers were able to submit a new version, and Zhao wrote today. Now, again, at the press time, the total crypto market cap stood at 2.95 trillion. So did I do any sells, or I don't even know why that was even there. But yeah, so that's what took place during the Trust Wallet hack going on. So again, what you should do is, if you have the Trust Wallet on your Google Chrome extension, pause it, and then just do the update. You should be good. And if you have the app or any other browser extension, if it's Brave, if it's on Safari, if it's on DuckDuckGo, if it's on, what are the other extensions out? Internet Explorer, you're fine there. But so this is only a segregated, specified, I don't even know what word I'm trying to think of. It was an isolated, that's the word. It was an isolated incident for just one of their products. So, and again, if you want my opinion, don't even use Trust Wallet. Me personally, I don't like the wallet. I found like the app had like, what was it? App and user experience. I remember I was helping someone try to like verify he got his crypto sent to him. Blockchain confirmed it. It's his wallet, but when you look at his app, you can see anything. There was nothing. So, like, I just didn't like that. So it took a while for the app to actually show your wallet. But that's just what I've seen and heard about with Trust Wallet. So if you want a better wallet, I recommend Exodus. I do like using them a lot. I have, I think, 5 different Exodus wallets out there. If you need a hardware wallet, I do like Trezor. That is my main one. And if you just want a nice crypto secure laptop, check out Calyx Solutions crypto-only laptops. But that's the best way to stay safe out there. And John Morganson, good afternoon. How you doing today? Yep, I'm in sunny Southern California. Well, it's not even sunny here. It's rainy right now. What's going on? But every California is like, this is good. But yeah, so those are the 2 biggest news articles I have for you today. And let's cover just one more, because again, I'm still kind of on Christmas break right now, but I'm getting a lot of news out of Russia and the Esper Bank. Like, we've been getting this a lot lately. Like, there was offering crypto to actual users now, not just their high-end clients out there. And now they're talking about considering launching crypto-backed loans with their bank. So let's go over this article to hear a little bit about it. Yep, let me get me in there too. Haha, there we go. Yeah, Esper Bank considers launching crypto. What's going on? There's like all, hold on, what's going on? There we go. Can you see that? I got so much stuff going on. Okay, there we go. Less blurry. I don't know what was going on. And so here we go. So the news comes right after the Monetary Authority in Moscow published a plan for the regulation of digital asset transactions in Russia, including a provision of related services. Now, Esberg Bank hopes to lend fiat using crypto as collateral. Now, known now as Esper, Russia's largest bank by assets, is exploring the possibility of lending rubles in return for cryptocurrencies, the local press reported. Now, according to a deputy chairman of its management board, Anatoly Popov, the bank is currently considering options for providing loans against crypto as collateral. Now, the majority state-owned bank is ready to work with Russian regulators to develop solutions for this kind of service, the executive told the TASS news agency. In experts from an interview quoted by the country business dailies Kommersant and Vedomosti, Popov stated that we are currently exploring the possibility of cryptocurrency secured lending. I hope we will be able to talk about such transactions soon. Now, he also noted that Esper financing through its own digital asset platform. Since January of this year, the bank has hosted more than 160 issues of digital financial assets, including the country's first tokens for real estate and oil. Now, cryptocurrency market regulations in Russia is still in its infancy, and we are ready to participate in developing relevant solutions and creating the infrastructure to launch such services. Now, together with the regulator, Anatoly Popov emphasized. Now, the banker's statements come after earlier this week, the Bank of Russia released key takeaways from its new concept for comprehensive regulation of the nation's crypto space, as reported by Cryptopolitan. Meanwhile, Russia's largest stock market, the Moscow Exchange, and the St. Petersburg Exchange declared that they are ready to launch cryptocurrency trading on that. Russia's crypto regulations coming in 2026. Yeah, I'm bullish on what's happening in the world adoption-wide, whether it's crypto, blockchain. It's like 2026 going to get a lot more countries, states, businesses jumping on board. And actually been talking about. I feel now they're going to start getting hands-on with it. Now, the CBR plan brings major crypto changes to Moscow's attitude towards decentralized money. First of all, cryptocurrencies and stablecoins will be recognized as currency assets. Then, after them, will be expanded significantly, far beyond the framework of the existing experimental legal regime, which was initially supposed to remain in place for 3 years. Non-professional retail investors will be allowed to acquire Bitcoin, which are currently available only to the highly qualified investors. So, like I was saying, like they're bringing the retail side. Nevertheless, the Monetary Authority emphasized it still views cryptocurrency as a high-risk asset, and that just really zipped on down, and I have a pop-up. Let's close that. Let's see, where was this? Where did this take 3 years? Investors, Nevertheless, the Monetary Authority emphasized it still views cryptocurrency as a high-risk instrument and made it clear it prefers to use Russia's existing financial infrastructure for crypto operations. Now, legislation amendments to be implemented. The strategies have already been in Moscow, and the central bank expects lawmakers to be approved by July 1st, 2020. Now, the proposal also aims to overhaul Russia's market for digital assets, regulated with a dedicated law, which entered into force in 2021. Now, that legislation legalized the issuance and circulation of Russian digital assets, which runs tokenized securities and other real assets, as well as digital rights. Now, the latter are still issued exclusively on private blockchains, but the Bank of Russia wants to allow domestic companies to circulate them on public networks in order to attract foreign investment. Now, earlier this week, Russia's largest private bank, Alfa Bank, announced it's launching a DFA based on fuel, the instrument issued on behalf of the Trezor network of gas stations as funding and marketing tools, part of its loyalty program. Doggies. Well, luckily that was the final bit of that article. Oh man, being back in California. Right? Doggy, Joey. Hush. So yeah, so that is the Russian news. I got crazy dogs here right now. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Bitcoin touched 24,000 on Binance, just with the Binance/USD1 World Finance coin. What was it called? Bitcoin. Chrome extensions were affected. Everyone else is and Russia is considering using crypto collateral for loans and lending. That is index, but these dogs are going crazy, so we're just going to end this now. So everyone have an awesome weekend. New Year. See you guys in the video.